Going into the woods alone at night can be downright terrifying. But what if you stumble upon something or someone you'd rather not face? Tonight, we're uncovering 6 of the most spine-chilling encounters ever caught on camera. These stories will have you thinking twice before ever setting foot in the woods alone again. Let's jump straight into the first unsettling encounter. But before we begin, just a quick warning. The last video is truly disturbing. The first video tonight comes from Hunting the Unknown, a YouTube channel dedicated to exploring paranormal phenomena and documenting eerie encounters in haunted locations. Through their investigations, they aim to uncover the mysteries surrounding these sites and share their experiences with viewers. It is February 16, 2023, and Alex and Tony visit Daring Woods, ominously known as the Screaming Forest, in Kent, one of the most notoriously haunted forests in Europe. The area is steeped in dark history. A mass grave of 20 unidentified bodies was discovered there in the 1940s, and the forest has long been tied to unexplained deaths, disappearances, and chilling tales of highwaymen executed by locals. But it's the screams, those terrifying, unexplained cries echoing through the trees, that earned the forest its name.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's just weird, man. My ears are ringing like mad.
What's that?
What?
Did you hear that, bro?
What are you on about? Oh my god, it started beeping in my pocket.
Got a growl.
Really?
Yeah. Right. I swear to God, bro.
But when you said that, this went off in my pocket.
Where are you? Where are you?
Who's here with us? Can you come forward? Are you the soldier at Did you this forest? If so, can you give us a sign? Can you come towards the light? Do you think there's any like barracks here close to where apprentice? What the was that, man? Did you hear that?
From the moment they enter the woods, things feel off. Their ears start ringing, and both describe an overwhelming, eerie sensation. The EMF meter keeps spiking repeatedly, and strange noises begin to echo through the trees, setting them completely on edge.
That was weird, wasn't it?
Wow.
Did you hear that, yeah?
Is that you?
Hello? Did you hear that? Did you seriously hear that though, yeah? Did you? What the f is that, man?
Is that you? Did you die in these woods? Are you buried in these woods?
Can you scream for us? Are you the person who screams, the entity? The highwaymen? That's like a man scream.
Then it happens. As they ask the spirit to scream, a faint, distant cry pierces the stillness. It's subtle, but chilling. Did you hear it?
Oh my god, man.
Oh. Scream. You do that again?
Oh, I feel like I heard like a male scream and like a female
Yeah.
scream. Are you the highwaymen? Just keep walking, man. At least you're hearing that as well, though.
Yeah. So to communicate with us. Whispering.
Yeah.
Can't quite work out what they're saying now.
Why is it still ringing, man? Proper.
Hello?
I swear I just see something over there. That's weird. I thought I just see someone stood there, man. I don't know if it's just me, like my eyes, like my mind playing tricks on me, but I'm pretty sure I just see something there. Hello?
Hello, you die in these woods. So you get buried in these woods.
You got to think, over the centuries, how many people died here, been killed here.
Yeah, 'cause this would have been like an old road here.
Yeah, this could have been an old highway road.
Yeah, this
saying
one
that.
there.
Yeah.
They would have come down through here with their horse and carts and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like robbing would jump out,
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
rob them up.
Apparently they're doing it so much, the locals had enough of it and they hunted them down.
Did they?
The screams continue, distant but unmistakable, almost as if something or someone wants them to know they're not alone. At one point, one of them believes he sees a figure in the shadows, but when he looks again, it's gone. Was something watching them? What do you think? Could the legends of the Screaming Forest be true? And would you ever go ghost hunting in a place like this? Let us know in the comments below. Quick question. Would you ever camp alone in the woods, not knowing who or what might be out there with you? Or do you prefer to stay warm and cozy in your own bed, watching others brave the unknown from the safety of your screen? The next horrifying video comes from Small Plots, a YouTube channel that documents unique, often low-key outdoor adventures, typically solo stealth camping in unexpected or offbeat locations. The creator, Kevin, brings a refreshingly honest and down-to-earth style, sharing not just the peaceful moments, but also the discomforts and unpredictability that come with camping in places like abandoned lots, city edges, and forgotten green spaces. It is November 8th, 2023, and Kevin, an experienced outdoorsman known for his unconventional camping trips, sets out for a stealth adventure on the overgrown grounds of an abandoned hotel on the outskirts of a city. The hotel, which closed down a few years prior, is now a decaying relic surrounded by dense brush and urban decay. Though security occasionally patrols the area, it's mostly forgotten, except by the curious or the desperate. Parking a safe distance away, Kevin hikes in quietly, aiming to remain undetected. His mission: spend the night in this eerie off-limits space and document it all. The area has a reputation: strange sounds, nearby homeless encampments, and a lingering sense of unease. Despite that, and the steady rainfall, Kevin manages to set up a cozy camp. But as night falls, the silence grows heavier, and the true tone of the place begins to reveal itself.
I want to know. I want to see what makes the magic happen, as it were. The sun's been set for a while. It's completely dark, and I'm just sitting here. It's not even any kind of late enough to go to bed. I mean, why would I even eat? And I just cracked a here. Let's not do that in front of the light cap. Just cracked a space kitty. So nothing to do, but kind of like, I don't know, sit here and listen. I can hear they sound like crickets, but I think they're toads, or possibly tree frogs, although it's a little late in the season for tree frogs. It's early November here in upstate New York, although it is a relatively warm day for the season. I think it got up to the high 50s, lower 60s Fahrenheit. It's only supposed to get into the mid 40s tonight. So yeah, bugs and frogs, the last remaining that didn't get any kind of you know, what they were looking for in the summer, then they're just kind of hanging out, just grasping at straws until they get frozen. It's kind of impressive. Okay, well, I'm gonna sit here, sip on my kitty, and then in a little while I'm gonna bust out the thing that I'm pumped to bust out. It's not that exciting, but it'll be nice to have.
Kevin sits outside his tent, soaking in the quiet and sipping a drink. The sound of rain and distant frogs creates a tranquil moment, but faint, strange noises already start to creep in. Kevin brushes them off, chalking it up to wildlife.
Let's do a little tour of the tent, eh? As you can see, here's my sleeping pad. Not in its final configuration. As you can see, it's up on some rocks and stuff there, so I'll turn it diagonally. And then behind me is just endless darkness. As you can see, that's where my pack and stuff is. Rain's really starting to pick up. Just kind of hanging out, enjoying my space kitty. It's like not that late. It's just so dark. I hate this time of year for that reason. I love this time of year. Let me rephrase. I love this time of year. I just hate this aspect of the time of year because it's just dark so early.
Quick question: do you prefer camping in the summer or winter? Let us know in the comments below.
Still got my legs hanging out of the tent. Just kind of let's move the leg. There we go. Legs just kind of it's hanging out of the tent, right like that. I'm gonna entice some of these deer. It is the rut. I better be careful. boy. I thought that was going to be way more splashy. The rain's coming down pretty good. In fact, it's coming down a little too good. Despite the tarp physically covering this, the rain's kind of coming in a little bit, slightly from the side. So I realized that my feet were just sort of getting wet ambiently. It's not a ton of rain right here, but like right here between you and I, there's a little bit of rain. A little bit of rain just kind of coming in. So I took my shoes off to sit just kind of in here. I'll probably get uncomfortable. Maybe hopefully the rain will cool down a little later, and I'll be able to put my feet back out because that was pretty comfy. But I don't want to just get wet feet. That's the point of having a shelter, right? You don't want to get wet. Man, this is yeah. It's definitely like building up right here. Like I said, I did not have a ton of time to set up the tarp in a good way. It was kind of forced to be just whatever way I could set it up. I thought it'd be good enough, and I was wrong. But you know what? I got 2 layers of protection here, so if the rain comes down much harder and starts coming in this way, I can just close the door and I'm inside. That's cool. Let's yell more. Let's yell more in a stealth camp.
The soft tapping of rain on his tent becomes almost hypnotic until it's interrupted. Kevin senses something. He doesn't know it yet, but his peaceful campout is about to take a chilling turn.
It's got to be a rain alarm for the airport right over there. I've heard that before when I've been camping in the vicinity while it was raining. They're like, oh God! Something just ran by the tent. It was the lights in my eyes, I couldn't see anything. Had to have been a deer. Whew! I saw like movement and this lights in my eyes. It must have come like right down a hill here and ran across. Oh man. Oh man. That was 3 feet from me. I don't see any eyes looking back. I don't think. Wait, I just thought I did. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Between the eerie alarm happening over at the airport and whatever it was that just ran past me about 3-4 feet in front of me, I think it's safe to say I'm a little bit on edge. I'm just sitting here letting my eyes get used to the darkness, scanning. I don't see anything. I don't see anything on the quote-unquote horizon. The top of the berm. I don't see anything in the dark. I don't see lights. The only thing that makes me think it wasn't a deer was I didn't hear any crashing before or afterwards. Deer are not like that subtle. And I didn't hear any crashing before it came in. Maybe when I listen to the video I will. But I didn't hear any crashing before or after. I just heard something run past me. I'm sure the camera picked it up. It was like right there. Whew, eerie. Of course, my brain keeps going like, what if it was a person? But I don't.
Then, something runs past his tent. Fast, too light-footed for a deer. Kevin's reaction is immediate, alert, confused, on edge. He knows the sound of animals in the wild, and this wasn't one. So what was it? A fox? A raccoon? Or was it something else entirely? Something watching, waiting, stalking from the shadows? Could it have been something paranormal? Or worse, someone? What would you have done in that moment? Let us know in the comments below. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us to continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now let's get back to the video. The next chilling video comes from Moxley's Paranormal World, a UK-based YouTube channel that dives deep into the eerie world of haunted and abandoned locations. The channel primarily focuses on exploring and documenting paranormal activity in some of the UK's most infamous spots. Everything from haunted houses to derelict asylums and forgotten hospitals. It is April 23rd, 2025, and in this episode, the paranormal investigator returns to a remote, heavily wooded area near Livington Pike, reputedly one of the most haunted locations in the region. Known for its unsettling history and legends, such as the Headless Horseman and the mysterious Headless Bogoth. This forest is infamous for strange sightings, unexplained sounds, and an atmosphere that chills you to the bone. The night starts off quietly, but soon enough, the woods begin to reveal their darker side. Unexplained footsteps, distant voices, and eerie responses captured on spirit boxes start to mount. Despite the fear creeping in, they stay, determined to uncover whatever may be out there.
What is that? What is that? Not heard that tonight, and the fact that it's like gone 2 o'clock in the morning. It's coming from over there.
I just like to talk.
Right, I did not have any words for that. The app said I just want to talk. But that is the first time I've heard anything like that out there tonight. Hunter. Right, I'm going to go get back in the tent. I'm going to try and get a couple of hours sleep. Honestly, it is a weird feeling to this place.
As Moxley ventures further into the woods, he hears a sound completely out of place, a rhythmic clattering like a train on tracks. The only problem? There are no tracks anywhere near here. Almost on cue, his EMF reader spikes. Uneasy, he decides to head back to his tent and try to rest.
The past 45 minutes now. And I'm just listening. And I swear I keep hearing like somebody's walking past. Then they're walking back this way. In the gravel this side, on the sand, the stones. It's like somebody run past on there. That's it, it only sounds like it. And it must have happened about 4 or 5 times. Let's see if it happens again. It's just very odd. Let's see what time we're at. It is now Just going on 3:05 in the morning. Right.
But rest is not an option. As soon as he settles in, he begins to hear the unmistakable sound of footsteps. Not in the distance, right around his tent. The sense of being watched is almost overwhelming.
Let's go for a quick walk around, just to check the area. So just here, this is where I thought I heard like somebody run past a few times. Up and down here, and the same this side. Like I say, it's just gone 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's go for a little walk and just let me walking on here now. That's how loud it was when I was just laying in the tent. Go and have a look up here. Well, there's nothing up this side. I have to say, it's like 3 degrees. As you can hear from my voice, it feels like it's -4. See, I thought there was other people camping up this side. Remember earlier? But there's nobody else here. Well, that's odd. Let's go for a quick walk through this forest here. Let's go make sure there's nobody up this side.
What would you do in this situation? Hearing someone pacing outside your tent, deep in the woods, miles from help. Would you investigate or pack up and get out as fast as you could?
Yeah, because earlier on in the afternoon, there was somebody around here. There we are. There was somebody around here with an axe, breaking up a load of firewood. We've seen him because we were stood just down there. So I genuinely thought somebody was camping, maybe around here. And we could hear them back here. To have gone 10 o'clock. So unless something spooked them away from here, or they just weren't camping here in the first place, I don't know. Just look how spooky this is. Look at that. It's a perfect setting for a classical horror movie, innit? Like the Blair Witch Project out here. Right, I am absolutely freezing. Right, I'm going to go back to the tent, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. I've had about 15-20 minutes sleep all night. My lad, he's had a fair few hours, he's flat out in that tent. But yeah, I want to try and get a couple of hours before it gets light. But it's been interesting. I'm going to keep the camera next to me just on the off chance I hear that, like, walking, jogging around the tent again. It was just very odd. Where we seen the torch lights earlier, I seen the guy breaking up firewood with an axe. So when I walked up, I was actually half expecting to see some people there in the tent, just like I am. But there's nobody. which is a bit unnerving me, to be honest. So, right, let's go back to the warmth of the tent for a bit. But just look at that moon. Full moon out here. Right, literally just about to get into the tent and heard it again. Like that, coming past here. Is that a bird or is that somebody with a whistle?
At this point, it's becoming clear. He's not alone. The footsteps continue. Could it be the man with the axe Moxley mentioned seeing earlier in the night? That idea alone would be enough to send most people running.
Somebody with a whistle. That's a bird. Right. Let's go get a cup of coffee. It's getting a little bit bleeding weird out here, I'll be honest. Hear that? What the hell is that noise? Just before this noise, what's going on now, whatever the hell it is, heard the biggest bird just outside. I'm presuming it was a bird. Could hear it splashing in the water. Then it come flying over, and you could hear it hitting the trees, and it was making this god-awful noise, like it was really hurt. Over that side, it sounded like, I don't know, it almost sounded like it was being attacked. But I do not know what that noise is. It was freaky as hell. And now this noise, like a whatever the bloody hell that is. It startled me, that. It really did. Just like loads of splashing and loads of like screaming. Then you could literally hear it hitting the trees, coming through the branches. But it wasn't on its own, there was something else, so God knows what it was. Well, I need to go find out what that noise is. There's something making a and that's only started since that happened with the bird. I don't know how to put it. It's unexplainable whatever the hell it is.
Whatever was in those woods with him, it wasn't just wildlife. The strange sounds, the footsteps, the near constant sense of being watched, it all adds up to something truly sinister. Was it a spirit? An entity tied to the legends of the forest? Or something more human and far more dangerous? Thankfully, Moxley made it out unharmed. But if you were in that situation, knowing what he knew, hearing what he heard, would you have stuck it out or bolted at the first sound of trouble? Let us know what you would have done in the comments below. Perhaps it's not the animals we should fear most, but other humans. In the dark and desolate places we explore, it's often the unexpected presence of another person that turns a thrilling experience into a truly terrifying encounter. The next shocking video of the night comes from a channel that usually has nothing to do with the paranormal. Known for its off-road motorcycle content, this channel focuses on thrilling rides through desert dunes, forest trails, and everything in between. Etan, the creator, shares a mix of humor, stunts, crashes, and expert tips on bike selection and riding techniques, making his content both entertaining and informative for dirt biking enthusiasts. But on March 28, 2023, content creator Waram, known for his adventurous outdoor explorations, found himself in a situation that was anything but typical. During a solo outing deep in the forest, Waram was trekking on foot with his bike, heading toward a remote spot perfect for filming. The woods were dense and silent, calm even. But as he ventured further, the peaceful atmosphere turned cold and ominous.
If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there. Could be missing out what's on the other side. Hello?
Then, it happened. A sound that should never be heard in the middle of a remote forest. A scream, distorted, unnatural, and haunting, cut through the stillness. It echoed in a way that made it impossible to tell exactly where it was coming from. But one thing was clear. It wasn't normal. It sounded almost human, but not quite. Waram made the smart choice. He turned back and got out of there before things got worse. But what do you think he heard? Was it an animal, a person, or something far more disturbing? Let us know in the comments below. There are countless things in this world that we don't fully understand. And sometimes, the true dangers lie in the unseen things that go bump in the night or whisper from the shadows. The next video comes from Casey Johnston, a solo female van lifer and DIY van builder who's been sharing her journey of minimalism, self-reliance, and nomadic living. In 2023, she purchased a 2018 Ram ProMaster, affectionately named Maggie, and spent over a year converting it into a fully functional mobile home. But on March 30th, 2025, Casey's peaceful lifestyle was suddenly overshadowed by something much darker. While parked in a quiet town in southern Utah, Casey was enjoying a typical morning, waking up early, sipping coffee, and working on her laptop. But her routine was abruptly disrupted. A black car drove by slowly. Odd, but not immediately alarming. That is, until the same car circled back and parked near her van.
Wow, that was a really short morning montage, because usually I would show you guys me making coffee or breakfast here in the van, and that is just not what happened this morning. In fact, Olive and I had a fairly unsettling morning, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Casey. I live in my self-converted camper van, full-time on the road with my cat Olive. So just for some context, we are in a very small town in southern Utah, and we have already switched spots, but the spot we were at last night and this morning was actually a big dirt pull-off off the main road going in and out of town. So Olive and I woke up fairly early. I started working on my computer and recording some footage for the vlog, and I noticed at about 7 a.m. a black car went past us very slowly on the main road here. The speed limit is 40 miles an hour, and this car was going maybe 15 to 20 miles an hour, which struck me as odd, but they kept driving, so I really didn't think much of it. Until about 5 minutes later, the same car came back down the road and pulled off into the same lot as us and actually drove behind the van. And I was close enough to the car at this point that I could see there were two men in it. One was driving and one was in the passenger seat. And they actually went up a little road that was behind the lot that we were parked in. And they got to the end of the road, turned right back around, and then very slowly started coming back down the road towards the van. So this whole time I'm sat up here in the cab area very discreetly trying to watch what they're doing out this driver's side window. But once they got close enough back towards the van, I actually moved from up here into the back area because that is where I keep my safety items. And unfortunately, I don't have a window on the driver's side back there, so I lost my visual of them, but I could hear that they pulled their car up right along the driver's side of the van, and they actually honked their horn at us. Which, of course, I ignored. And after I didn't respond to their honk, one of them got out of the car and came up and started knocking on my driver's side window.
Inside were two men, watching her. They stopped next to her van, honked the horn, and then one of them approached and knocked on her driver's side window. What a terrifying moment for anyone, especially someone alone and off-grid. This unsettling experience serves as a stark reminder of the risks that can come with the van life lifestyle, no matter how freeing it might seem on the surface.
Which I also ignored. And just to clarify, this was not a police car, this was not a security car. These were just two dudes in a car. So a couple minutes after I ignored the knocking, they finally left. They went back out onto the road and I watched them slowly drive away. At this point, I knew I needed to leave the lot, but I wasn't sure where I was going to go because, again, this is a small town and it is surrounded by very desolate areas. So the last thing I wanted to do was immediately try to leave town, drive out into the middle of nowhere, and have them follow me. So I was looking up on my phone options for places to go, and I kid you not, 30 to 45 minutes later, the same car comes back down the road and pulls off on a street just up the road from us. So my brain is immediately telling me, oh, these guys are up the street and now they're just watching you. So I decided to come here, about 3 minutes away, to a local breakfast joint. I didn't see them follow me, and I haven't seen them in the hour that I've been sat here now. But yeah, pretty weird morning. So all that to say, you guys, I've decided Olive and I are driving about 2 hours away from here today. I feel better about doing it now that it's later in the day and there are just more cars on the road in general. And we're also going to be passing through the Four Corners, which is the intersection of Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico here in the US. There's a monument there that I will bring you guys along with me to go see. But other than that, the only priority today is finding and getting to a place where we feel safe settling for the night. So yeah, let's hit the road. I'm ready to leave.
It's clear from her account that these men had no good intentions. Whether it was intimidation, stalking, or worse, the danger felt real and immediate. Thankfully, Casey kept calm and ultimately made it out of the situation safe and unharmed. This chilling encounter is a powerful reminder to always stay aware of your surroundings, especially when living alone on the road. What would you have done in this situation? Let us know in the comments below. Before the next clip, if you are enjoying the video, please drop us a like and consider subscribing. We upload new creepy videos weekly. Now, back to the video. The last and most disturbing video of the night comes from Blot Outdoors Show, a YouTube channel usually known for its fun and lighthearted outdoor content, featuring camping, hiking, and gear reviews. But this particular video takes a much darker turn. On September 3rd, 2020, Chris, the man behind the channel, along with his friend Mick, took on one of their most daring adventures yet: stealth camping at Chillingham Castle, one of the most notoriously haunted places in all of England. Located in Northumberland, this centuries-old fortress is infamous for its dark history eerie legends, and chilling paranormal tales. Camping on the castle grounds is strictly forbidden, but that didn't stop Chris and Mick. They found a secluded spot near the edge of the property, set up camp, and initially tried to keep the mood light, laughing off ghost stories as they enjoy snacks and drinks.
But I've got little Mick. Little Mick will stick up for me. He is an absolute nutcase. Yeah. Mick's a nutcase when he loses his rag. He's a proper animal. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Well, I'm going to have some more Biltongski. Mick's nearly finished. I finish your red wine. I think we'll have another glass of red wine, guys. And I will bring you legends back when we're ready to talk some more shite. You know it makes sense. Total sense. Lice. Mick, come here. Go in the tent. Go in the tent. Fuck. We're being caught. Guys, we've been caught, I think. There's a tour going on. There's people getting... There's people getting walked around on a tour. Oh, shit. I'm hoping and praying they don't come through here. But now, man, you know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. This is serious stuff coming, guys. They're getting a tour of the haunted woods. If they come over here, we're busted. Fingers crossed. They carry on walking down the pathway. Right, I'm gonna shut up now, guys. And let's hope they move on.
But the peace doesn't last. They suddenly notice voices nearby. A group of tourists on a night tour are making their way through the area. Frozen in the dark, Chris and Mick stay completely silent, hoping they won't be discovered. After a tense moment, the group passes by, but not before a tour guide spots them.
Sorry, guys. I know this is no fun. I've got you in the pitch black. Oh, fuck. Mate. We're f***ed. caught. Bastard.
I don't know that you should be here. Have you got permission? I'm conducting a ghost tour here. Have you got permission to be here?
Oh.
Have you got permission to be here?
Aye, we've got permission, mate.
From who?
The owner.
Have you?
Aye.
Well, I'll be speaking with a caretaker just to make sure. I'm conducting a ghost tour here, so if I can tell you to keep any noise down.
Listen, mate.
What's that?
Look, we need bother, right? We've had a few drinks, so we wouldn't be able to drive home anyway, if you know what I mean.
Right. Well, I've still got to report you.
Listen, mate.
There's
no point doing that.
Oh, I think there is.
There's not. We need bother. We're not causing any trouble.
Well, I've got to make them aware.
Listen,
that's fine. No.
We'll be gone first thing in the morning. Man,
Okay, I'll tell him that.
no bother, Mandingo.
Wait, sorry about that.
Why you Bonnie?
This is the second of the hanging trees here. And sadly, it's completely on its side. It's a huge tree. You can see it's being trunk how it splits into 3 sections. Now, you imagine all along
There you go, guys.
coming through with hanging from the trees all along the Monk's Way.
A ghostly tour is going on.
In the summertime, if it was winter, most
And
of these people might have had a quick death. You know, cool height.
So do they know how many people were hanged from the tree?
Well, records weren't kept, but judging by all the bones found
In the ground, yeah.
around by the 3rd tree that we're going to see next, it's obviously been an awful lot.
Imagine being caught stealth camping near a haunted castle in the dead of night. Would you stick it out like they did, or pack up and leave? Let us know what you'd do in the comments.
yeah, good night, ski. Lice. Flies all over. Why are you technically minded? Okay, guys, it's that time of night. Me and Schmick, we're going to get some sleep now. It's very late. It's after midnight. It's been a great night, apart from getting caught. But, you know, it's been, the fuck's that?
What the fuck's that?
Hold on.
What the fuck's that?
Just hang tight, hang tight. Fuck. Wait, quiet. Oh yeah, no, we're not gone, we're not gone. We'll have to stay. What the hell was that? What was that? Right. Honestly. My heart is beating. I feel sick. And I feel cold. How cold is it gone now?
But just when things seem to calm down, the most horrifying moment of the night strikes. A terrible noise, like something running right past their tent, snaps them to full alert. Was it an animal, a prankster, or something else entirely? Whatever it was, the sound was enough to send a chill through even the most seasoned campers. Thankfully, they made it through the night unharmed, but not without questions. What do you think that sound was? Something paranormal, or something far more sinister, like a person lurking in the woods? Would you ever dare to camp at a place like Chillingham Castle? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these 6 spine-tingling encounters, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more chilling and terrifying videos. There's always another mystery waiting to be uncovered, and you won't want to miss what's next. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.